All right, so one last midnight. Tonight we're going to do a continuation of the test that we did earlier today, which is trying to figure out why the stream is acting so weird during the weekdays. Now, this is by no means a 100% replica of what's happening during the week, because bandwidth usage during the week is probably pretty high with people at work and people at school and stuff like that. And so I'm not too sure if this is an accurate test, but we tested 780p this afternoon, and it worked really well. So we're going to try the 1080 and see if that works well as well. And then I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm going to run the exact same test that I did this afternoon, which is just to make sure that we're equal here. So I ran a couple races in Wreckfest, and then I ran a little bit in Red Dead Redemption just to test. So I'm testing both on Twitch and on YouTube. So if you guys want to verify, not verify, it's up to you. I'm just going to keep track and watch and see what happens. Everything says it's green across the board. I'm not dropping any frames. I'm not. YouTube says it's excellent. Let me know if my audio is 5x5. I think it should be. I can see sounds happening, so it should be okay. So I ran this race, and I ran this race. I didn't finish this race, but I ran this one. So you guys should see it streaming at 1080. I did make 2 changes, and I've noted the changes, so I can revert back if need be. But like I said, I'm going to run the exact same test so that I can compare side by side. I did watch the previous live stream video. I wasn't happy with the quality. It was pretty pixelated at times, and so I bumped up the bandwidth that I'm pushing out, and then I also switched up the resolution. So we'll see if it holds together. Let me turn the game sounds. Sorry. Oh, I didn't have my headphones up. There we go. That was a decent start. I didn't spin my tires for like 15 seconds. Oh yeah, we all decided to go right this time. Man, snow tracks are snowy. Without a doubt. There was a small buffer there. Anybody else get a buffer? Buffered for like 2 seconds. Well, let's keep running it. Let's see what happens. I mean, last night's buffering was, just horrendous, right? People were leaving the stream because they just couldn't deal with all the buffering. Yeah. I just got an error on the YouTube side, but it's the same thing that says, please use a keyframe frequency of 4 seconds or less. I'm going to have to look at that. I want to see if I can nullify that error. I might restart this stream here after this race. And see if I can add the keyframe thing in there. It's set to auto, which I don't know what that means. Right, I don't know what the frequency rate is when it's set to auto, but maybe clearly it's less than 4 seconds. Otherwise YouTube would not be saying this to me. So I could set it to 4 seconds and see what YouTube thinks about that. No buffering for you yet? I mean, some of it I can't control, right? But if people tell me I'm able to watch other channels just fine, I'm not able to watch your live stream, then, you know, clearly it's on my end, right? It's something on my end. You turn around and have the same problems that you're having here on a different YouTuber's live stream, then chances are it's not my problem. Just cannot get out of the way of these people. It's almost impossible to get out of the way of them. If somebody says buffer, can I get an additional person to validate? It might just be one person that's having issues. Animal, I think you're on your phone, right? Are you on your phone? God, I did horrible this time around. Big buffer for you too. But you guys are watching at 1080, right? If you're watching at 1080, or is it recommending 1080 to you, or is it recommending something less than 1080? The auto's on 1080. Everybody check if they're on 1080 or not. If you're on 1080 and you're experiencing some buffering, if you drop it down to 720, what happens? Do you get buffering still? I really hate this map for Demolition Derby. Too freaking big. I said that earlier today. I'm standing by it. It's too big. Too hard to find people. Worse on this snow. All right, let me do this. Right after this race, I'm gonna change the keyframe issue and see if changing the keyframe issue is gonna help out the 1080p. I can't tell what the quality is, right? Is the quality really good? Is the quality really bad? Is it still getting kind of like some pixelation on the 1080? If it is getting pixelation on the 1080, maybe it's not even worth going to 1080. Well, from my understanding, the difference between 720 and 1080 is double the amount of pixels being generated. Yeah, some of it I think is your own bandwidth consumption. It's hard to tell. You know, you'd have to compare apples and apples. You see if there was some way to compare apples and apples. Find somebody who's racing right now or something, and on a live stream, and see if you're getting the same problems. If you're not, then it's clearly me, right? It's clearly something I need to figure out. All right, well, I'm gonna drop and I'm gonna come back in and do another test. So give me a second and I'll be right back.